The 2017 Mazda CX-5 is the best SUV for you if you have a taste for the craft beer of compact crossovers. That's in fact a metaphor Mazda uses to describe this restyled, re-engineered CX-5. It may go too far when it calls the competition passionless, but a little pride in your work is a good thing. Let's find out if Mazda's brewed up a crossover you ought to consider. I'm Chuck Giametta. Join me for a car preview video review of the 2017 Mazda CX-5. Mazda calls this CX-5 all new. Actually, it's a thorough update of the crossover that launched for 2013. The real all-new CX-5 is still a few years away, but the 2017 changes keep it relevant amid a swarm of rivals. The 5-seater again slots into Mazda's lineup between the subcompact CX-3 and the recently redesigned and critically acclaimed 7-seat CX-9. The CX-5 returns with a choice of front or all-wheel drive and comes initially with just one engine, a warmed-over version of last year's 2.5-liter 4-cylinder. A long-awaited diesel option is due later in 2017. The craft beer illusion is appropriate. Mazda's a small, independent automaker that likes to think it crafts products for the discriminating palate. Its strengths are efficient design and resourceful engineering. Styling is a virtue too. The CX-5's basic body shape is little changed for 2017, and sport, touring, and grand touring models return. All get a handsome new nose that includes standard LED headlamps. On grand touring models, they swivel with the steering. Alloy wheels are again standard but get a new look. The tail is simplified and has reshaped lamps, and all models have dual exhaust outlets. Mazda's proud of this new paint color, which has some of the reflective qualities of a show car finish. It's called Soul Red Crystal, and it's a $600 option. Beneath the skin, the CX-5's structure has been strengthened and the suspension retuned for a softer ride. There's more sound insulation too. Both are nice complements to the revamped interior. The dashboard looks more contemporary, and the 7-inch screen that's standard on all models is now a trendy tablet-like display. It's again governed by these well-designed controls. The $1,830 Grand Touring Premium package includes this crossover's first heated steering wheel and its first head-up instrument display. Only the Grand Touring model gets satellite radio, and no 17 CX-5 has a CD player. Mazda figures you'll rely on your smartphone for streamed or downloaded tunes. Your navigation app won't display on the dash screen though. For that you need the embedded navigation system that's standard on Grand Touring and part of the $780 Touring Preferred Equipment package. The Sport comes with cloth upholstery. The Touring gets you a combination vinyl and imitation suede plus heated front seats. The Grand Touring gives you real leather and this upscale two-tone theme. Passenger space is good, although heftier folks might find the front buckets a little confining. In back, taller adults won't feel cramped, and all models now have a reclining seat back. Heated rear seats are a new Grand Touring option. Unfortunately, the low-set cushion leaves kids and shorter people feeling a bit submerged. Interior storage is okay, but the 2017 restyling costs the CX-5 a little cargo room. Volume was class average before, now it's slightly below. A power liftgate is standard on Grand Touring and part of the Touring Preferred package, but it lacks hands-free operation. Of course, Mazda believes its buyers care more about how a car drives than how much they can cram into it. On that score, the CX-5 delivers. It moves with a satisfying directness, helped by addition of Mazda's G-vectoring control, which subtly brakes the engine for sharper turn-in. The steering is slop-free and almost delicate. The CX-5 is unintimidated by demanding roads, though the Grand Touring's 19-inch tires do trigger some deflection through fast, bumpy corners. Overall, the ride is firm but never punishing. It's best with the 17-inch tires on the Sport and Touring models, and they don't roar as much as the 19s on coarse pavement, so there's less intrusion into the otherwise quiet cabin. Bottom line, for overall road manners, the only match in this class is the redesigned 2017 Honda CR-V. As for the engine, a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder linked to a continuously variable transmission is fast becoming the default powertrain in this class. So Mazda's loyalty to a relatively large 4 and a conventional automatic seems a little out of step. You can't argue with the results, though. The CX-5 isn't as outright fast as some of its turbocharged rivals or as quick as a V6 Jeep Cherokee, but it beats most of them for fuel economy and has plenty of pickup for most any situation. Better yet, it doesn't suffer the lag or weird transmission behavior afflicting some of the turbo and CVT-equipped competition. This sport button sharpens throttle response, but we're disappointed Mazda doesn't offer steering wheel paddle shifters to further engage the enthusiast driver. We're tickled pink Mazda has priced the CX-5 very affordably, especially since it's added vital safety features as standard on every 2017 model. Chief among these is the company's Smart City brake support. It can automatically stop the CX-5 to avoid a low-speed frontal collision. The automaker's iActiveSense system expands on that with high-speed autonomous braking, radar cruise control, and lane-maintaining automatic steering. iActiveSense is standard on the Grand Touring and a $625 option for the Touring model. Oddly, Mazda forces Touring model buyers to choose between iActiveSense and pleasantries like the power moonroof and power liftgate. To maximize safety and amenities, you have to move up to the Grand Touring, which, interestingly enough, accounts for nearly half of CX-5 sales. For most vehicles, the top seller is the mid-level trim. It's obvious the CX-5 appeals to people with, well, champagne tastes and beer budgets. We don't think other automakers necessarily have less passion than Mazda, but most have more money to develop or acquire from suppliers conveniences like a hands-free liftgate. So Mazda is forced to take the artisan approach. Fortunately, the refreshed CX-5 is the tasty result. For more on this and other cars, trucks, and SUVs, go to CarPreview.com and please subscribe to our Car Preview YouTube channel.